That's great.
Feel great.
I feel good about it. I feel good about every record that I put out at the point that it comes out, but we'll see what it feels like next year when we're midway through the tour. You only really get to know the songs when you start playing them in front of an audience, because then you'll see which ones are the most popular. So I'm excited for that to happen, although it's not happening until next year. But yeah, I feel good about it.
That's good. Yeah.
It's just the next one. I mean, I don't really think about things like that. Yeah. It's just the next one along. Right now, as it's vastly different to anything that's gone before, I suppose it's kind of unique. But you know, in 10 years' time, it'll just be a couple of albums ago. So yeah, that's the way I look at it. But it's definitely at the moment, it definitely stands alone with all the records that I've ever made as being not a complete departure, but people will notice a significant difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, how do you expect fans to respond to this one?
I think it'll be mixed.
Yeah.
It's always mixed. You know, I don't think I've ever put a record out where everyone has gone, oh, wow, it's amazing. There's just, the percentages shift, you know what I mean? I'll be honest and say that from what I can gather already, it's heavily mixed. People either love it or hate it. And the funny thing is the people who hate it haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, right.
So they've just heard about it, you know, and they've heard about the French Girl, and they've heard about, you know, songs with very little singing in them, and electronic sounds and dance beats and all that kind of thing. So those people are not having it at all. But I think when it comes out, people are going to turn their views around, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good I think it's always good to be putting out stuff that's divisive. At least, you know, it gets people...
Well, to be honest, the first thing that went out was Holy Mountain, and I knew that was going to be divisive, and that was the point. And it only works if it's a great song, though, and I love it, and I'm proud of it. And when the next track was... which people thought it was a single, it's not a single, it was just a track that was put out there. When that went up and there was more division, I was thinking, oh, these people are not going to like it from here on in then. So it'll be fascinating to see how this all pans out, and particularly when we, like I say before, particularly when you get out live and you can play it to people, and you can stare them down while you're doing it, while someone's singing in French with a pair of scissors going, yeah? This is fucking happening.
Can we talk about the scissors?
Yeah, you can talk about the scissors if you want. Yeah.
So, can you talk? Well, what are the scissors?
So we're doing a track called "It's a Beautiful World" on British television a couple of weeks ago, and we were rehearsing it. And the girl that does the French announcement, that bit doesn't come in for about 2 or 3 minutes. So I said to her, would she consider playing a tambourine? And she said, in that very French way, I don't play the tambourine. And I said, shakers? And she's like, no. And she is actually in a band called Le Volume Courbe, and in that band she's the lead singer, but she also plays the scissors. So she said, I can play the scissors. And I was like, really? And when the scissors appeared and she started playing them in a cape, I thought, this is going to fucking blow people's minds, because it blew mine, you know what I mean? Right. And then we did it on the TV, and the world ended. Yeah, right. For some people.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, it's not something you really see every day.
Well, no, but if you go on the internet and type in her band's name, there she is playing the scissors, and I've got to say, I was left rendered speechless, and she's great. Her name is Charlotte. She is the scissor queen. She is an absolute fucking hero.
Yeah. Yeah. She plays the scissors. You've been making music for a couple of decades.